going on, you guys? It is Perry the Entertainer back again for another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at what happened on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw that took place on December the 29th, 2014. Before we get started, I would like to say happy holidays. And, you guys are probably watching this. You guys are probably watching this on New Year's Eve. So, happy New Year to everyone. Let 2015 be a pretty damn good year. I think our good stuff is just around the horizon, I think. Also, Season 2 of Hashtag Spoilers begins next week, next Tuesday, so make sure you guys check that out. The season finale will be later tonight, where we will discuss January, I believe that will be the 3rd, 2015. It's going to be weird to say that, too. That's going to be our next Hashtag Spoilers, for SmackDown, of course. But tomorrow is our season finale of the show, and Season 2 begins just next week. We don't take any breaks over here at the PTE show, except for last week, because, we had family and friends over and everything. And I hope you guys understand that. I know that you guys must have missed me, after 1 week. I mean, all I do is just talk about wrestling, and so does 9,000 other YouTubers on here. But you guys decided to pick me, so let's check this out. We began the show with Edge and Christian, the hosts of tonight's Monday Night Raw, and I liked the fact that they were doing it, because it felt like it was just natural for them. They weren't trying to force any, friendship between the two. They are real friends backstage and everything, and I think that just the fact that it all felt like natural to them really just kind of brought this promo together. And of course, we had the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar end up interrupting them, and Paul Heyman. John Cena ended up going out there, like a bunch of words being exchanged. And the one thing that I really don't like about this was the fact that it kind of looked like it made Lesnar look bad, in the case that after Cena started, he's got a fight, he's got a gift for Lesnar and Heyman. Lesnar's is an ass whooping at the Royal Rumble, and Heyman's is an ass whooping right now. And then Lesnar kind of just watched Heyman kind of get shoved, and then he came over and he tried something, but Cena I guess shoved him off or something, and then Lesnar just left. It made him look bad, considering this guy's a former UFC. They built that all up for the SummerSlam build-up. The fact that this guy's a former UFC world champion, he's an amateur heavyweight champion, amateur wrestling heavyweight champion. This dude played D-line for the Minnesota Vikings for a couple weeks or something like that. And you're afraid of a guy whose biggest accomplishment is winning 15 fake fighting titles? Come on now, let's be real. But, yeah, just the fact that it made Lesnar look bad, that's the only real bad thing that I can take out of this. But, overall, I thought it was pretty entertaining. Edge and Christian, their natural ability to just kind of mesh really made this promo really good to enjoy. And, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Also, it was used to build up the rest of the night, like usually the opening promos do. Main event was supposed to be Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, champion versus champion, which I'm almost positive everyone kind of saw coming somehow. The champion versus champion thing, it's filler for both of these guys. Ziggler, who's not really doing anything, and Rusev, who's kind of in the middle of a feud with Ryback right now. And, ironically, that's the match that was up next, the champion versus champion match, Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. The match was okay. I would have thought that this would have been something on SmackDown. Ziggler ended up winning by disqualification, but it made Rusev look hella good. Made Rusev look very dominant, made him look threatening. Rusev locked the accolade in on Ziggler through the bottom rope and everything. And Ryback ended up coming out making the save. Rusev runs off like a scared little bitch. And we have Rusev versus Ryback somewhere down the line for the U.S. title. And the promo that Ryback cut right after this entire thing went down was actually pretty damn good. It developed some sort of, some character development with Ryback. It's kind of like his year, actually his career in review, coming into the ranks as Ryan Reeves, a silverback, making his debut 4 years ago, in this case 5 years ago, with the Nexus as Skip Sheffield, and going through the entire spiel about how he read the book, I think it was The Secret or something like that, and that's what really fulfilled him back into wrestling and everything. Everything that he really talked about on his podcast with Jericho a couple weeks ago, and it was very enjoyable. I'm glad WWE really went with this Ryback goes real type of thing. Because like I said, it was just very good character development, and it really just lets you see inside the mind of, Ryan Reeves, not Ryback. So, and then obviously it all tied together at the end when he said that he was going to beat the shit out of Rusev and everything like that. He said, this isn't no USA versus Russia shit. This is one big guy whooping another big guy's ass. And that just twisted the damn bow on this entire thing. And I'm actually somewhat I'm ready for this match, this Rusev and Ryback match. I mean, granted, it's probably going to be very crappy. It's probably going to be very sloppy and everything, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think that it's going to be a good one, and hell, Ryback actually has potential to be the first one to end Rusev's streak and his reign of tyranny in the U.S. title picture. So, what do you guys think about that? I really enjoyed the Ryback goes real type of thing, his kind of career in review. And that's not the only time we're actually going to be hearing that. We're going to be hearing that from Cesaro in just a couple minutes here. But next up, Nikki Bella versus Natalya. Nikki ends up getting an establishment win. I don't know what the hell they're doing with Natalya now. They had her win a couple weeks ago, and now she's losing pretty bad. I guess this is supposed to, create more animosity between Natalya and Tyson Kidd, because I guess Tyson caught Nikki. I guess Natalya knocked her off the apron, and Tyson Kidd caught her or something like that. I guess supposed to commit some sort of animosity between them, like we're actually supposed to care. And 95% of us don't really give a shit about Total Divas. So, for them to build up for this next season, and not to mention that during Raw, I think that commercial played almost 10 times for the new Total Divas, which is now going to be featuring Paige and Alicia Fox and Rosa Mendez. Like we're supposed to care, but it doesn't help when 3 of your 5 fucking divas are on Total Divas. Tag team title match. This was made on the pre-show. Miz and Mizdow will be defending the championships against the Usos. And I gotta be honest, although I'm the biggest Miz fan on here, I know I'm pretty sure I am. If someone can find a bigger Miz fan than me, then we'll debate it a little bit. But no. Despite the ending, this is actually a pretty damn enjoyable match. The Usos looked still pretty damn good. They didn't let their emotional troubles with Miz trying to get in their head about the whole Naomi thing. They didn't let that get to them. And what we all thought was going to happen, which being the Ascension attacking the Usos, did not happen, because the Usos ended up winning back the gold. I mean, granted, I really didn't like that it just kind of came out of nowhere. And Miz and Mizdow really held on to the belt for about a month or so. But I think this is all going to be building up to the eventual Damien Mizdow babyface turn, which WWE was pretty much inevitable, because the crowd loves Miz and Miz. Well, they love Mizdow so much that it's kind of inevitable. But I'm also I don't want it. I don't want it because I feel it a babyface turn. Granted, it's probably the only direction you can go with Mizdow at this point, because, he's pretty much already done everything as a heel that you can possibly do. I mean, you pretty much ruin the intellectual savior of the masses character. Then you let him do these cheap heat gimmicks and everything, where he'd go out there as, the rival team's star player, or he'd come out in some sort of gimmick, like an astronaut or some shit like that. You've pretty much already done as much as you can with him as a heel. And granted, he's entertaining as this kind of comedy heel, but I feel that I don't want to pull the trigger on a comedy babyface, because we've seen that so much, and I don't know. I just feel that a babyface turn for Mizdow right now is not going to work. I think it's more so going to be trying to emphasize Miz's rise in the rankings in WWE. I think that's what's going to happen, because I think WWE is actually, despite him having these short and crappy title reigns, I think WWE is actually kind of feeling themselves with this gimmick, because they have to be feeling some sort of way about it, because they wouldn't be giving him these titles to begin with if they weren't serious about this whole movie star thing. But the Usos ended up winning on the last Raw of the year. That was their big goal and everything. Granted, a very anticlimactic ending, having Naomi kind of go out there and celebrate with the new champs and everything, especially when she just had a backstage segment thanking Miz and practically sucking his dick backstage because she got a callback from her producer or some shit like that. But I guess whatever. Then they cut another awkward promo with Jerry Lawler, and I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it on here because it's something that I have to really get off. The Usos, I understand when charisma mixes with kind of like The Rock did it well. The Usos make it look awkward. Like, oh, they're hyped up and everything, but it's just, I don't feel anything for them, you know? I don't feel like I should be hyped with them. I'm not trying to hate on them, because I don't hate them, but it's just, something's not working. This charisma thing, it just all it comes off as fake, and it's awkward when they try it. They made a Johnny Manziel joke and shit, because the motherfucker went out for a party or something on Friday and missed practice, or maybe that was Josh Gordon that did that. I don't remember. But that was that. Then we had the Cesaro thing, which I was talking about a few minutes ago. Cesaro talking about how WWE decision makers are telling him that he does not connect with the fans, and he doesn't connect because he doesn't want to. But he does deliver and everything. And I think that is purely a shot at the IWC. Everyone who, oh, why is Cesaro not in the main event? Blah, da, 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 da. He's the best wrestler they got. Da, 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 da. It was just a big shot to the IWC, and it was funny because he's like, no one can touch him between these three ropes. And we have the return of BNB. Bad News Barrett comes back, and it looks like he's going to be coming back as a babyface, which, thank you for that. Which it seemed like that was inevitable as well. The crowd was really on his side, and, you know, he's doing the same thing as Mizdow, although Barrett pretty much, I think he's gone as far as he can right now as a heel, and it's, because the same thing happened to Jack Swagger, but I don't want the same thing that happened to Jack Swagger happen to Bad News Barrett. And they had a pretty damn good match in his return match, and BNB ends up getting the victory with a bullhammer. By the way, I got this Samsung Galaxy S5. That's what you heard that chiming there. It looks like I got a message here. No, I got an email. Okay. I'll check that after we go off the air here. We had an Ascension hype video. I switched from a LG Rumor Touch, which seriously is a fucking basic, like that's almost as basic a touchscreen phone you can get, to this fucking Titan named the Samsung Galaxy S5, and I'm not used to it because I didn't have a smartphone to begin with, but I'm now popular, I guess I could say, because I have a smartphone. But Luke Harper versus Jack Swagger was the next matchup next. Didn't really watch this one, but all I know is Luke Harper ended up getting the victory. Something to kind of, I guess, keep him relevant, because I guess he's out of IC title matches with Ziggler. So that was that. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns was our final match of the night, because no, it wasn't. I'm sorry, I lied. It's our second to last match of the night, I believe. Roman Reigns ends up getting a victory with a disqualification. Big Show ends up beating the shit out of Roman Reigns. One big filler feud for Roman Reigns going into the Royal Rumble, and kind of probably get his feet firmly planted into this big machine that WWE is going to be now going through with the road to WrestleMania, basically. So Roman Reigns ends up getting the victory by disqualification. Big Show beats the shit out of him, so we're probably going to see Big Show and Roman at the Royal Rumble. The Cutting Edge Peep Show is going to happen tonight. It's a combination of both their shows, and we're going to have another one on SmackDown with Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. More of that shit shoved down our throats. And they hyped up this thing with Daniel Bryan. And that's the thing. He had an announcement coming into Monday Night Raw, and he was like, it's an honor that tonight, that he likes to be in the ring and all that shit, all that crap. And everyone's getting their tissues together because they think it's his goodbye promo. His neck is never going to heal, and he's done. That's what everyone thought. He was talking about his career. He beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in one night to become champion. Please don't fucking remind me. That's the entire fucking reason you're on my bad side right now. 5 days after Mania, he married Brie Bella. He found out his dad passed away a few weeks later. He had a career-changing surgery. It's funny he didn't mention the whole burglar incident. Someone trying to rob his house, and he ended up stopping the burglar, which was amazing in itself. He said that they couldn't fix him, and all he could do was to watch the product and everything, and wrestling was the only thing that could take his pain away. So, everyone, seriously, just all tears in their eyes. He wish he could be here more. Doctors have no answer for him and all that stuff. And it all led to his big announcement. Is his career over? And I am sitting kind of like, hopefully it is. I really don't want him getting hurt anymore, because a neck injury coming back from something like, there's a reason Edge retired, basically. Let's put it that way. And he asks if his career is over, and he says no. Daniel Bryan says that he is ready to fight, and that he is now an entrant in the 2015 Royal Rumble. You know, I should be ranting about this, because I was last night. If you guys were following me on Twitter at the PPE show, you guys knew I was not happy with this. There was a reason I was pissed off at Mania when Daniel Bryan won the belt the way that he did. That's what pisses me off, is the fact that he beat 3 people in unbelievable odds to win the title. And that's the only reason I had a problem with it. If they just stuck him in the main event and had him win, that's cool. I mean, I'm like, okay, I guess this satisfies the IWC, because no one wanted to see Randy Orton and Batista main event Mania. Well, maybe he's just a big name thrown in there to get Roman Reigns' win over a little bit more. But I don't want to see him win the Rumble, walk into WrestleMania 31 and beat fucking Brock Lesnar. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I just don't. I'm not calling myself a Daniel Bryan hater whatsoever, but you want to piss me off anymore? Do that. Make him into Super Cena 2.0, like you were trying to last year. Just do it. Because honestly, I would be satisfied with Roman Reigns doing it rather than Daniel Bryan. That's how bad it got. But I can get into a big spiel about it, and I really don't want to, because this is a Raw review. This is not me bashing Daniel Bryan whatsoever. But good, you're back. That's all. Good. Congratulations. Good luck in your future and ever endeavors and stuff. And you know, like I said, congrats on coming back. That's all I'm gonna say. If that man wins the Rumble, shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm just gonna say that. Expect that in your Royal Rumble review. If Daniel Bryan wins the Rumble, I may break shit. Just saying. Not as much shit as I'm gonna break if he beats Brock at Mania, but shit's gonna be broken. Our final match of the night is what I was trying to say. The Miz and Mizdow wanted a rematch with the Usos, and they wanted it now. Edge and Christian said no, and they said they have opponents for them, no, and you can go out to the ring and meet them. And it was the debuting team of the Ascension, Connor and Victor from NXT, and they laid out Mizdow. And I say Mizdow because Miz kind of bailed on Mizdow there. And the Ascension ended up getting the victory with the fall of man, and the Ascension get the victory. A big, depressing debut, because I felt that they were hyping it up. They've been hyping it up for the last 3 weeks and everything. And I thought personally they were going to attack Daniel Bryan, which would have been pretty interesting. But they had them come out in a very anticlimactic fashion, because Miz and Mizdow wanted another match. And it's sad that this debut was more so to focus on Miz bailing on Mizdow than it was on the Ascension actually making their main roster debut. So, and to, not even to point out the fact that they looked like an LOD Demolition. If LOD, Demolition, and Kratos from God of War all had a baby at one time, that would be like a weird ass 6-way, wouldn't it? 5-way, 4-way. Rest in peace, Hawk. That'd be about a 4-way. If you can get what's his name from his Laurinaitis, if you can get him. Call him back somehow. I don't know how the hell this turned into a big sex discussion, but the Ascension ended up getting the victory here, And that was that. We had the Cutting Edge Peep Show, Edge and Christian, with their special guest, Seth Rollins. J&J Security ended up going out there as well. And this was the biggest part of the night, actually. Rollins saying that he invited John Cena and Brock Lesnar to his invitation. They were going to celebrate because he finally put Roman Reigns to, out of his misery. And let's see what else. Rollins ends up bringing out John Cena. He's trying to bring out John Cena. John Cena's not going out there. And Rollins and Edge on the mic were pretty damn good tonight. Not lying. I mean, Christian kind of made things awkward at some points, like talking about how he went, Lana naked and everything. Like, that was kind of pushing it. But Edge and Rollins really kind of came off natural as well too. I thought that was pretty cool. And I liked how they kind of brought Edge and Christian kind of into the scheme of things, and they didn't just make them seem like outsiders. Like, hey, we're hosting a talk show so that Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena can all talk their differences out, and we're going to have absolutely no part in it whatsoever. No, they actually kind of included Christian and Edge into the scheme of things, and I thought that was pretty cool to do. Rollins hit Christian out of nowhere with the briefcase. Edge shoves Rollins, and that's when shit was really going to hit the fan there. They surrounded Edge. Rollins is about to curb stomp him. Cena ends up trying to go out there. Rollins tells him to stop and basically holds Edge hostage to Cena to bring back the Authority. To bring back the Authority. If he does not do so, well then he's going to break Edge's neck. John Cena makes the announcement that the Authority is back in power, only he has the power to do so. And he says he will bring back the Authority. Rollins, everyone in the ring, does it anyway. And Rollins goes, you know what? You know me by now. I'm going to fucking break his neck anyway. So he goes for the hit the curb stomp. Cena tackles him out of nowhere. Big Show knocks him out with the knockout punch. And the Authority stand tall, basically. Triple H and Steph end up coming out, and they have a little champagne. And that was the end of Monday Night Raw, you guys. The Authority is back in power. Order is finally restored in the WWE. Seems like the Authority was kind of off TV just so that they could celebrate the holidays with their families. But order is finally restored in the World Wrestling Entertainment. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below. And, well, I guess I can mention it at this point. Randy Orton made his return after Raw went off the air. Ended up, I guess he attacked Big Show and all of them, and I guess that was well worth mentioning, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and I am out. Till next time, Perry the Entertainer, sign out. Peace, Happy New Year, and you guys will see me later today for your season finale of #Spoilers. Peace.